If you want to take the challenge of landing your dream job in 90 days, then you're in the right place. I helped Madhu change his careers from retail to fintech and land a job as a sales manager in less than 90 days. Look at Dhruti, who landed her first grad role as an international student in the UK in less than 90 days. Look at Miguel, who landed his first job as a lawyer in Revolut, his dream company, and also in 90 days. And look at all these 200 people across 18 countries that have landed their dream jobs with my help. And today, I'm going to spill the beans. In this video, I'm going to let you in on my 5-step secret recipe on how you can land your dream job in less than 90 days. So let's get into it. Step number 1, applying for the right roles. You can save yourself literally hours and hours of energy into applying for job applications and months of job rejections if you follow this step number 1, which is understanding your skill set, understanding your educational experience, and understanding your current work experience and applying for the right job roles. Through my experience of helping 300 people gain career clarity and land their dream jobs across 18 countries, the very first question I ask in my consultations is, what kind of roles are you applying for? And believe me, 90% of the time, people are blindly applying for any job role they see on Indeed or LinkedIn without having a strategy. I have seen people from marketing backgrounds applying for jobs in HR, in sales, in business without even having any educational experience or any work experience in that field just because they are desperate to land a job. And this is the biggest mistake that 90% of those people make out there. If someone has told you to apply for 100 jobs a day without giving it a think, or you are somebody who's applying for 100 jobs a day on autopilot thinking that one job will call you back, then you need to stop right there. Instead, focus on conserving your energy into tailoring and customizing your job applications for the roles that you actually should be applying, for the roles that are in alignment to your education and your work experience and your skill set. So you might be thinking, okay, Divya, how do I know what kind of jobs should I apply for? Here are 2 steps that you can implement. Number 1, understanding your education. Look at the modules or papers you've studied in the university and make a list of all the job roles you think you can apply your education towards. For example, you might have graduated with a Bachelor's of Sports degree and you might have studied modules such as nutrition, sports biomechanics, sports rehabilitation. So you should be applying for roles such as personal trainer and strength and conditioning coach and so on. Number 2, understanding your work experience. So for example, you might be an international student studying your master's in business management in the UK and you may have work experience from your country in the finance industry. Then you should really focus in applying for finance related roles because your work experience from your home country can be translated directly into those roles. So instead of applying for sales or business related roles, you should really focus your energy into applying for finance related roles. Number 2, an ATS-friendly resume template. Just last week, I was on a call with a client who has been applying for jobs as an international student on his post-study work visa in the UK for past 8 months, and he has not even received a single interview callback. So when I reviewed his CV, I noticed an overly edited, beautiful Canva resume template with no strategy and a lot of fluff. I've put the template here right on the screen so that you can see it. If you're using canva.com or an online platform or Photoshop and your resume looks like this, then you're setting yourself for automatic job rejections because Applicant Tracking System or ATS, or in layman terms, hiring software, is not able to read it because, breaking news, the resume is not ATS friendly. My advice is to use a simple word template because it works through ATS, or you can check out my designer range of ATS-friendly resume templates that have helped over 200 people land jobs across 18 countries. I have put a link in the description so you can go check them out. Step number 3, optimizing your resume to the job description so you can surpass the hiring software. We all know that 90% of the time, your resume is being read by Applicant Tracking System or a hiring software, which means there's an additional layer of challenge that you will encounter in your job search before your resume even make it to the hiring manager. So the only way to make it past the hiring software and the only way to get shortlisted for more job interview calls is to tailor your CV for the job requirements and the job description so as to have a higher similarity in the hiring software to make it to the recruiter. It is basically a numbers game. So here are 3 steps on how you can optimize your resume to the job description and increase your similarity ratio. Number 1, read the requirements section of the job description. Read the requirements section of the job description and focus on the skill set that is required from an ideal candidate. And think of achievements, deliverables, projects you've done in your current role so as to portray those skills in your resume. So for example, the job description may be looking for somebody with commercial acumen. So think about a time when you've helped the business increase its productivity, sales, revenue, and mention those times or mention those achievements in your work experience section. Step number 2, focusing on the skills section. So when you read the skills required from you in the job description, think on which skills you can actually put on your resume and mention them in your skills section so as to increase your similarity. Number 3, now this is a pro tip. Read the responsibilities section of the job description and look at what kind of responsibilities you're currently doing in your current role or you may have done already and mention them as achievement-based examples in your work experience summary. Here is an example on the screen. Step number 4, writing a strategic and killer cover letter. The 2 biggest mistakes that 99% of the job seekers make out there are, number 1, skipping or not submitting their cover letter with the job application. If you're based in a country such as the UK, New Zealand, or Australia where cover letter is a requirement, you cannot put the snooze button or you cannot procrastinate and not submit a cover letter with your job application because you're going to get an automatic job rejection. Number 2, writing a boring cover letter and not really optimizing it or tailoring it, your cover letter for the job role or the company. If you're sending the same boring cover letter with no strategy to every job you apply for, the recruiter can see that. And this is the reason you're getting automatic job rejections. Think of the cover letter as your marketing pitch to your future employer. So if you really want them to call you back for an interview and select you out of hundreds of job applications, you need to write a killer and strategic cover letter covering why you're interested in that role, why you're interested in that company, what is your passion, what is your biggest motivation in life, how well do you relate to the job description in terms of your achievements and your deliverables, and also what skill set would you bring into this role. So here is my 3-step formula on how you can write a killer cover letter for your next job application. Number 1, start strong. Your starting of the cover letter is like a fish hook to the recruiter. You need to start strong by focusing on your passion, your biggest motivation, your education, and giving them a summary of who you exactly are. Think of the starting of your cover letter as a trailer to your resume and your skill set. Step number 2, focus on your achievements and your career highlights. So your cover letter, just like your resume, has to be achievements focused. So think of the time you've achieved something at work, you superseded your KPIs, you delivered a project ahead of its time, and also what kind of projects you've worked in so as to show your diverse skill set, and also focus on how your current work experience or your past work experiences have established and developed your current skill set, which you will bring into this role. Step number 3, research about that company. So you need research about that company, their mission statement, their goals, what kind of projects they've done, what kind of community involvement there is, and also nail the part on why you exactly want to work with that company and in that department. Or if you're someone like me that don't want to wait around and want to get the right resources on the right help, then you need to check out my 40-page ebook, Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to Employment, where I have included resume templates, cover letter templates written by me for people who've landed their dream job in less than 90 days. It has tips and tricks, cheat sheets, and a lot of resources so you can make your resume and cover letter overnight. I've put the link in the description. Check it out. Step number 5, starting your interview preparation simultaneously to your job applications. Now, this is literally my golden recipe for my clients for landing their dream job within 90 days. Think about it. You've spent your time, your energy into making the perfect resume, a great strategic pitch in a cover letter. You submitted your job application on time and you get a call from the interviewer, but you're not prepared and you get rejected. All that hard work you've done is gone. So my golden tip to you is start your interview preparation as soon as possible. And the best time to start for preparing for interviews is when you start applying for jobs. I tell this to everybody. Communication skills and interview preparation is not something that you can perfect and learn overnight. It takes practice, discipline, and commitment. It is crucial for you to work on your vocabulary, interview script writing, and also practicing your interview answer delivery so as to sound more confident, bold, assertive, and professional in a job interview. So the first thing you should do is start by practicing and writing your interview answers or interview scripts for basic interview questions such as the one on the screen. The second step is to understand the STAR method and how to answer behavioral interview questions and preparing the scripts for those answers. 90% of the candidates actually get rejected in a behavioral interview round. Behavioral interview questions look like this. You should also start researching on average median wage for the roles you're going for so that when you get an interview call and they ask you for your salary, so you are able to give a fair number. The best way is to start your interview prep by either with a coach or a detailed online course or looking on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok where a lot of information is already present. Or if you're someone like me that wants a one-stop solution, then I've got my Instagram viral interview prep crash course, which has 6 modules covering basic interview questions, behavioral interview questions, and situation-based interview questions, along with a comprehensive ebook which has scripts of sample interview answers written by me so that you can make your own scripts and perfect them. The link is in the description. Check it out. I hope you found this video helpful and I hope you will be able to implement this 5 steps, my secret and golden recipe for landing your dream job in 90 days. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you're the first person to get notified when I post a video so that you don't miss out. And if you like my content, check out this video or this video right here, and I'll see you next week.